So this is from the Bleacher Report. Free agents who could become superstars on their new teams in 2023. We're going to take a look at a couple of edge rushers first. So first we got Marcus Davenport. Breakthrough is Pro Bowl talent. Davenport will, of course, have to stay healthy. He would also benefit tremendously from a roster that can score points and put opponents into passing situations. Another edge rusher, a young guy, Arden Key, from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Had another strong season, Jacksonville 2022, 4.5 sacks, 20 pressures, 20 tackles, fumble recovery. Starting to emerge, they say. Key is starting to emerge, largely been a role player to this point. Pass rushers like Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker on Jacksonville's roster. 26-year-old has played just 41% of the defensive snaps this season. Neither of those guys is $20 million a year kind of guys. Those are kind of in the mid to, 11, 12 million, maybe even a little less for Key. You intrigued by either of those guys?
Key has always been an interesting name, and his whole draft process back in the day at LSU, was interesting. It was a guy who ended up, basically, the questions were maturity and was he ready for all this? And usually you don't find a guy, get better until it's maybe the second or the third stop. At that point, it either breaks him or, you find a guy who ends up sticking around in the league 8 to 10 years. Arden Key certainly qualifies there. And I think you look at a guy, and like you said, 41%. So this would be a situation here for the Browns where you could play somebody maybe bigger in obvious earlier situations, 1st and 10. But then we start getting to passing situations. You can bring Arden Key in to do what he does best. Probably a player that, like you said, I think you're talking maybe somewhere in that 5 to 7 million range. Another name to actually look at as far as that would be a free agent from the Tennessee Titans, where Jim Schwartz was last year, DeMarcus Walker. DeMarcus Walker started his career with the Denver Broncos, played this past year with Tennessee Titans, career high, 7 sacks, best year in the NFL. Much like we talk about sometimes with Bill Callahan, and similar to what happened with Ethan Posick this year, just a guy who maybe was always good, but maybe needed somebody to just coach him in a different type of way and get the best out of him, which Bill Callahan did. Maybe this could be a situation for a guy like Key, for a guy like DeMarcus Walker, could get paired with a Jim Schwartz who has this recipe. And I think that's big with young guys, is getting to a coach and knowing and being able to look at the guy's track record and what he's done. And he's worked with this guy, he's worked with this guy, he's worked with this guy. And so some of those guys who maybe were immaturity questions, do lie, you walk in and it's automatically a respectability thing because, I know what you have done already. It's out there. I mean, there's length to it. There's lots of guys. So certainly, guys you want to look at here, names that will probably fit there. I don't think anybody we're talking about here maybe comes in as your starting defensive end opposite Myles Garrett. Davenport, there's been injuries. It was only half a sack last year. He's a guy that could get a big, for me, that's one I probably would not want to touch. But Key, DeMarcus Walker in the right role, knowing that they wouldn't be starters, but still could play 40 to 50% of the reps, definitely have a lot of appeal.